Howdy folks, welcome to TFL Today. I'm here with
Tommy Micah.
And I'm Nathan Adlin, and we have a special episode for you because the two of us have a very unique but different experience with this vehicle behind us, the Jeep Wrangler. And the question is, what is the perfect Jeep for you?
So today's episode is all about the JK. So this is a 2016 Jeep Wrangler JK. This is the two-door, and there are two very different versions of the Jeep Wrangler JK, and that'll be our number 5 on today's list, the two-door versus the four-door. Nathan, if it was your money, what would you get, the Unlimited or the two-door? No!
Four-door.
No!
Four-door Unlimited, and the reason why is because every logical person who's not in college right now, dealing with cake parties and all that other stuff that you crazy kids do, would understand that if you want to hold more than 2 people in the back, you have to get the Unlimited. If you want to tow more than 2,000 pounds, you have to get the Unlimited. And if you want a better highway ride, got to get the Limited.
Okay, granted, the highway ride is better. But the two-door Wrangler is a lot more affordable. The two-door Sport starts at $23,995, the four-door $27,895. Granted, you do get standard air conditioning with the four-door.
Yes.
But it's a Jeep thing. If you're gonna do it right. Get the two-door.
I will admit that with the two-door, you have a much better turning radius. You can do a U-turn in somebody's driveway.
Right.
And the breakover angle's better. Altogether, better trail vehicle. I admit that. However, if you look at the sales numbers from Jeep,
that's true.
The minute they started selling the Unlimited, they just literally could not keep them on the sales room floor. And the reason why, it's a more utilitarian vehicle all the way around. I'm older, so I'm right.
Granted, 70% of Wrangler sales are the Unlimited. The trunk is actually usable.
Yep,
you can get to the back seat. I don't really need any of that. I'm single, I'm in college, so the two-door works for me. So the next question all Wrangler enthusiasts want to know, do you get the hardtop or the soft top?
Ooh, that's a tough one. And, there's a lot of reasons why up here in Colorado, the hardtop makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of, from the cold and being able to warm the vehicle up quickly and, keep warm and all that, we drove that Unlimited literally to every state in the nation, and many, many times it was freezing outside or below freezing, and we know with the soft top it would have taken a lot longer to warm up. And wind noise. Man, wind noise when you're driving your Jeep, sounds like you're in a wind tunnel.
It's a big difference. Now with this Jeep, I do have the hard top. This is a best top, Trek Top NX soft top I have on here right now. However, the hard top is about $1,000 extra. You do get, for cold weather climates, you do get a rear wiper, and you also get a rear defroster.
Yeah,
so that's huge.
The rear wiper, it's like it's like this big. It's
right.
Hopefully Jeep will re-engineer that on the next model. But the other thing is that it's a lot heavier with the Freedom Top, right?
Yes, yeah, you do add more weight.
A lot more weight.
And of course with the Freedom Top, you do have those panels that come out. But if I'm being honest, those are kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. The soft top, you can just fold back the front portion, unzip the windows, and you're good to go. Now Nathan, the big transmission question, number 3. Automatic.
Manual, which is in your vehicle, I believe.
I love the manual transmission.
See? Well, here's one way to look at it. Manual gives you 1 extra gear.
It does. 6-speed versus 5.
And manual helps you grow hair on your chest. You are a man when you drive with a manual. The thing is, with the automatic transmission, Andre and I, especially because we just did so many of the states driving around, perfect for the highway, really, really good transmission. Yep. It is remarkably smooth. But it's also not very efficient. Hopefully they'll add the 8-speed automatic transmission in the future. But as it was, if you do a lot of driving around town, I guess the automatic transmission would be the logical one. But you know what? I love the manual transmission.
Now granted, there are some reasons why you would get the automatic. There are some people who just physically can't drive a manual transmission, and the automatic is fine. You do get hill descent control with the automatic transmission. It is a 5-speed, as we said earlier, and it is $1,400. $1,400 for the automatic. That's a big price difference.
That is a big price difference, and altogether packaging is different. Now granted, if you drive the manual transmission, you have to get used to really long throws because it really is more of a truck transmission.
Right, it is.
But think about it this way. It is currently the only manual transmission available that's hooked up to the Pentastar V6 in all of FCA's cars in North America. I have a couple friends who are full-blown Jeep guys. They go to Moab as often as they can and whatever.
Yep.
Both of them drive automatic transmission
Right.
vehicles, even though they're older generations and whatnot. And the reason why is because they're able to carefully judge what they're doing over the hill by using 2 feet and going back and forth between the brake and the accelerator, making absolutely sure that they are stuck exactly where they want to be. If you have a manual transmission, you have to be, frankly, you have to do a dance.
It's a lot harder. Number 2, options. Now, the amount of options you can get on the Wrangler are astonishing.
They are, and what's really crazy is that almost all the options that are available on the 2-door are available on the 4-door.
Right. Now, if you go online, the Jeep price configurator is a bit of a mess.
It's a total disaster.
So, in this video, we're talking about the 2017 Wrangler. This
Right.
is a 2016, and we should explain there are some differences for the 2017. There is the addition of a cold weather group, and the biggest change for 2017, thank goodness they did it, because this was one of the weakest spots on this Jeep, the headlights. LEDs are finally available.
But they should be standard and they're optional, and shame on you, Jeep. Look, we once again, lots of experience driving around. Would you not agree that the standard headlights are absolutely horrible?
They just suck.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah, the headlights really need to be standard LEDs, so yeah.
Right. Other options available. Well, there are just countless of them. I mean, really, it's absolutely amazing how many. So the base Jeep 2-door starts at $23,995, and from there, you don't really get anything. So you don't get power windows, you don't get power locks, you don't get air conditioning. All of these are options. You don't get Bluetooth, you don't get premium sound, you don't get leather. All of these are options. Other options, you can get half doors in, for example, the Willys Wheeler. The sky's the limit with what you want on your Jeep. So let's talk about some options that we really think you need.
Absolutely.
Air conditioning.
Without a doubt.
It's standard on the Unlimited. It's not on the 2-door. Just please get it.
Yeah.
Please.
Look, air conditioning is, think about it this way, if you ever want to sell the Jeep, it's a lot easier to sell with air conditioning, and if you ever have to ride around with a mother-in-law, well, I guess if you didn't have air conditioning, it'd be a really good reason not to ride around with the mother-in-law.
Right. The power convenience group is great. Having the power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, and then keyless entry is really great.
It is, and remember, I mean, yes, you can lighten the load a little bit if you do get the one with the manual windows, but I don't think it's that much of a difference.
And I know I had a YJ, so I'm pretty used to rolling down windows. I don't want to sound like I've come across being soft, but it is very nice having that addition of the one-touch power down windows. And the keyless entry. The other things I would strongly recommend, this is a Sport S, and these are options, but for capability reasons, I would strongly recommend getting the 373 rear axle ratio. That makes a huge difference, guys. You can't get the 410 unless you go to the Rubicon, but having that 373 is awesome. That's a really great addition. And the other one I would strongly recommend is the Track Lock limited slip rear differential.
That's right. Now, it does come standard on certain models.
It does.
But it is an option on other models.
On most, it is an option. That's a great one. The other option I would recommend is the connectivity group. That's $695, but that gives you some pretty crucial things such as tire pressure monitoring.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Vehicle info, USB. It's just a really nice to have that little display in the center of the gauge cluster.
Absolutely. And think about it this way. Being able to monitor your tire pressure real time is great off-road.
There are some options I think you should absolutely steer away from, like the colored hardtop.
Yeah. Okay.
It's $1,995, $1,000 more than the black one.
And you can also get painted fenders.
Right, and that is $395 for the headache of scratching them up off-road.
Yeah, but see, at the end of the day, this is one of the many issues about the Jeep Wrangler. Some people will not take them off-road.
You're right. No,
and
you're right.
in that case, some of them want that vehicle to be completely painted up. Personally speaking, I much prefer the black fenders. I think it just is a little bit more of a manly look.
Me too.
There are other people out there who want the whole thing painted one color, and I get it. But it's going to get you almost, what, $2,000 when everything's said and done? Over that?
Yeah, over $2,000 if you want the hardtop and the fenders. What about leather? Would you do leather in a Wrangler?
After living with a Wrangler for a year and driving it all over the country with that absolutely awesome leather seat, yeah, actually I might get that.
Wow!
Yeah. Look, but see, heated seats.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if we live in a winter wonderland up here, right? Having heated seats is a real plus, and I believe that you can only get that with certain packages.
Right, so there is the cold cold weather package.
Right.
And there's also now a new $2,000 on some Wranglers that include the leather seats and then the premium Alpine sound. Just, I wouldn't worry about that. I really wouldn't. I think the stereo system in this is good enough. You do have the speakers right above your head. You still have the tweeters and the two underneath the dash. Of course, with that Alpine, you do get that bass, and that is insane.
It is insane.
That is crazy.
You know what? The one we had in the Wrangler,
Yeah.
which is a 15, it was the best sounding stereo system I've ever heard in a Wrangler.
Right, granted, it does take up some of that trunk space.
Yes, that's one of the problems.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about price.
Yeah, these things are not cheap.
No.
At the end of the day, a lot of people ask the same question, why are these things so damn expensive? And there's a very simple answer. There are no other vehicles that are based on the Jeep platform, the Jeep Wrangler platform. It's a proprietary vehicle that is built to be a Jeep. It's not built to be anything else.
Right.
It's not sharing any of its components externally with pickup trucks or cars. So that's one of the reasons. It's just a specific vehicle. And the other reason is the name.
Yep, you are getting the name. Look, the fact of the matter is, if you want an SUV that is incredibly capable off-road, incredibly fun, has the 7-slot grille, you can take the doors off, you can pull the roof off. Look, they've got the whole market to themselves.
Not only that, if you want to sell one in a couple of years...
Oh, the resale's insane.
I've never seen the resale for an American vehicle do this well. And that is something to keep in mind when you get one.
Right. Now, let's talk about trims, because there's a lot of trims on the Wrangler.
All right, go for it.
Going back to price, the base two-door Wrangler starts at $23,995. Nathan priced a fully loaded Rubicon Hard Rock four-door for over 50 grand.
Yep.
That's double the price.
Now that is with
Double.
every box checked.
Right.
Okay, every single option you can get pretty much priced at over 50 grand. That is a lot of money. But once again, we are talking about a vehicle that is specific to what it is. It is a Jeep. It is an off-road vehicle. It's dominant off-road. Hence, you get everything over 50 grand.
So in terms of trims, it starts out with Sport. Now these are unlimited prices because these are the most popular. So that's $27,895. Stepping up to the S, you do get the larger 17-inch wheels. These are not them. These are off of a Rubicon. I think the S is the way to go personally. From there, you get the Willys.
Yes. Now, the Willys is just a notch up from the S, but it has some specific things, including special painted wheels, certain types of decals on it, plus a standard track lock rear end.
Yeah, and you do get the 373s.
Yes.
Now, confusingly, there are two versions of Willys. The Willys and the Willys W. Get the Willys W.
Yeah, well, you get other things on top of what you would
Like
get in the regular
power
ones.
windows and... power
Exactly. I mean, you get the
locks.
power package, basically.
Right. Next, we have the Sahara.
Ah,
So the Sahara is $34,245. In my opinion, the Sahara is not super great value. So basically, it's a Sport S with 18-inch wheels and then painted fenders.
And a painted roof if you get the roof.
Right.
The
That is
Freedom
an
Top,
option.
yeah.
That's a lot of money for what is essentially 18-inch wheels and fenders.
Yes.
That's a
I
big
would agree with
difference.
Tommy on that 100%.
From there, of course, you do get the Rubicon. And the Rubicon is where the big differences start coming in the Wrangler lineup.
Yeah, the Rubicon, now suddenly you're in a whole new world. You are
Yes.
at a place where you have front and rear lockers, you have a disconnecting front sway bar.
You have the Dana 44 front axle instead
Yes.
of the Dana 30. These are big structural changes underneath the Jeep. This is not an appearance package. This is not some stickers or some bumpers. This is a big deal.
Yeah. This is for those people who are really serious about going off-road. And more importantly, for those of you who are out there who think, well, wait a minute, what if I get a Sport and then slap on new axles and slap everything else on? Well, you know what? You're really going to be over the price of what you can get the standard Rubicon.
Right. If you feel that you need the lockers, if you see down the road that you're going to need that disconnectable front sway bar, just get the Rubicon straight out of the factory. You're saving a lot of money. A Wrangler like this, a Wrangler Sport S, is going to go almost anywhere you'd ever want to go.
Yep.
But for some people, that's just not enough.
Nope, you got to have everything that locks up and all that other stuff. And by the way, we've had an opportunity to live with the Rubicon, well, it was the Rubicon Hard Rock.
Right.
And, you know, that thing just did everything we wanted to do. Even when we couldn't use the front disconnectable sway bar, it went everywhere we wanted to go. It
Right.
was incredible.
The Rubicon starts at $37,445 in the unlimited, and that's with very, very little options. So
Yeah.
you are really paying for that capability. Above that is the 75th anniversary in the unlimited. That's $38,925. So we're getting way up there.
Yeah.
Basically, that's a Sahara with some cool bumpers, a cool hood, and then unique paint. Granted, you do get those cool 75th anniversary logos.
Yeah, and also unique bumpers and unique interior components that are there as well.
So you do get some fun stuff. That's kind of the classic Jeep addition tactic of, changing the colors, minor changes, big price. From there, the top of the line, the one we spent a year with, the Wrangler Rubicon Hard Rock.
Yeah, now you've already got everything with the Rubicon, but you go one step further with adding the unique hood, I believe a unique bumper, a few other
so you
things.
get the different bumpers, you get the different hood.
Mhm.
The other thing we didn't talk about is the Uconnect system. That is an option in the Sahara and the Rubicon.
That is correct, and the Uconnect system actually works pretty good. It's a simple system.
Right.
It's not as perhaps difficult to use as other ones that are out there, but it also doesn't give you the very best navigation system in the world either, if you get that.
For my money, this one has the middle, so you don't have that infotainment screen, but it works great. You still have Bluetooth audio streaming. You still have an aux port. It does everything I need. I can do GPS through my phone.
With one exception, folks, every single time he turns his Jeep on, it goes right to a country western
Yeah, so
station.
if I disconnect my Bluetooth, it immediately returns to a country station.
Sorry, you're a Coloradan, my friend. You need to deal with that.
Okay,
That's-
Nathan.
Man up. Okay, no, just kidding.
For your money, what do you have?
The Willys S.
The Willys W?
Yeah, the Willys W. I said the Willys S, didn't I? Well, that's how it gets so confusing with all the letters and numbers they throw in there. Yeah, the reason I like the Willys is because you're able to get some of the off-road things you need. You're not going all the way up to nearly 50 grand, and at the same time, you're able to have a somewhat unique vehicle, so it's kind of sort of special.
Right.
But here's the funny part. The more I think about it, I'm starting to move back towards the S because I want unique wheels. I don't want painted wheels. I hate painted wheels off-road.
Yep, that's a great point. This is the S, this is the two-door, this is the one I have, and the one I would go for. I think you get the most value for money, especially with the 373 and the track lock limited slip with the manual transmission. The base sport, you've got those teeny-weeny little 16-inch wheels. You're paying for air conditioning. You're paying a lot for just really basic necessities. So for some people, that's enough. I like having a little bit of comfort. And for the final point we're going to make in this video, Nathan, do you get one today, or do you wait however long it is and go for the new JL that we know is coming?
Okay, by the time you guys see this video, we're going to be about a little over a month away from the Detroit Auto Show. That's where they're rumored
to
to finally debut with the new Jeep
Right.
Wrangler. The question is, do you buy one now or you wait? And you know what? You're going to be waiting a while, I think.
You're going to be waiting a while.
Look, guys, we know that you are experts as well, so please, down below, questions, answers, points of view, add them, please.
Great, thank you guys for watching. We hope this video helped you find your perfect Wrangler. Like, comment, subscribe, follow Nathan Adlin on Twitter, follow TFL Car on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching.
See you next time.